Welcome to Booking the Wrestler number 3 for Titus O'Neil. This is my final booking for Titus O'Neil for relevance. Now, what do I mean by this? I believe that sometimes relevance for a wrestler can be just as important as getting a title. And I'm actually considering doing 2 Booking the Wrestlers for Titus O'Neil. One will be for him getting relevance, and the other one eventually. I'm not going to do another one back to back, but eventually I'm going to come back to this and do another Booking the Wrestler for him getting a championship. But this Booking the Wrestler is for him to have relevance. So the way it's going to be, if you've seen the previous 2, he came back as a biker. He came back with 4 guys, kicked the ass of Chris Jericho. Then after that, he was by himself with a bike and a bat, riding down to the ring. And then he beat the crap out of his wrestling opponents. And then he beats the crap out of them again with the bat. Meshing The Undertaker and Sting together. We have a baby called Titus O'Neil. And we are building up into Survivor Series. Because if you saw the previous video, Chris Jericho faced Titus O'Neil at Hell in a Cell. And Chris destroyed Chris Jericho in that ring. So now he's decided to go after the IC Championship. And I know you guys are going to say, wait. Didn't you say you didn't want him to have a title? You want him to have relevance? That's right. I want him to have relevance. But who says he couldn't hold a mid-tier title? Right now the IC Championship is nothing. Kevin Owens is doing almost nothing with it. The mid-tier titles are not considered anything. So I want someone to get a title to make it relevant as much as themselves. The word is, the man makes the title. The title doesn't make the man. And as I said, I'm going to book him eventually to be a World Heavyweight Champion. But I want him to have relevance in the mid-card, to make it feel like he is more important than the World Heavyweight Champion. And I know sometimes it can work if the company's working well. In this case, WWE is not working well. So I'm trying to rebuild the WWE in the respect that people are more important. And I know you're going to say, well, we're doing that now. No, they're not. They're not booking the people right and not caring about the people. So when it comes to it, by the Survivor Series, he goes up against, well, at this time, Kevin Owens has the title, so he goes up against Kevin and he wins that title. So going into November into January, he's holding the IC Championship. And Paul Levesque himself, Triple H, says, Titus, you need to calm down. You're hurting too many of our wrestlers. You're putting them out of business. He says, I don't give a damn about out of the business. I am wrestling now. And he pisses off Triple H with that attitude. So he sends Sheamus, not the version I created. If you saw my Sheamus Booking the Wrestler, the current version that is currently there now, a very weak, mohair holding, beard tying, weak son of a bitch, and a Sheamus. The only reason I'm doing it in this respect is because I want Titus to go against the grain with everything the WWE stand for at this moment. Weak wrestlers who have no character development, who has no love by the people. And I want people to truly love and revere Titus O'Neil to the point where he takes a very weak title and he can turn it around and make the more stronger title holder, which is a Sheamus that is from the current WWE, not my Booking a Wrestler series, and make it relevant. So by the time of Survivor Series going into the Royal Rumble, you have Sheamus fighting Titus O'Neil and getting scared. An Irishman who's supposed to be a Celtic warrior being freaking scared out of his wits. Scared out of his damn wits. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know how to stop a real biker. He thinks he knows how to fight. Bikers know worse than how to fight. He doesn't know how to get in touch with his NRA. I'm not being violent or anything about the you know about what happened in Ireland when it comes to the national Irish revolution. I'm sorry, I forgot the name of it. But you know what I mean. He doesn't know how to get in touch with a vicious type of power and hatred. He just doesn't know how to do it. And when it comes down to it, when it comes to Triple H, he gets angrier and angrier. Because Titus O'Neil not only beats Sheamus and anyone else he throws at him, he defends his title. He's a heel that is proud to be a heel, is not afraid to be a heel, and talks like this: I am the champ because I'm not here. Everything else is not. Because I am power. I make everything. Everything's being made by me. I know that sounds a little weird, but you know what? Wrestlers do talk a little weird and could get over. Because he has such a strong charisma and such incredibly good mic skills, he wins the crowd over more with his talking and his charisma than just going in the ring and actually wrestling. Doesn't mean he can't wrestle. He can, but he still beats down his opponents more before the ring, before going into the ring, and after the ring than just wrestling. And that wins the crowd over more and more, that he's sticking it to Vince, who will also do an appearance or two, getting beyond angry, sticks it to Stephanie, and smacks her on the ass, saying, you got a nice ass. Smacked her ass. And I know I'm not trying to be sexist, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going by character. I'm trying to build him in a way that would be really so dominant, you wouldn't know what to do with him. Because, to be honest, some bikers do act like that. If they're that type. They're really good, kind, respectful bikers. Not only are they policemen, firemen, soldiers, even former gang members, but there are some that are still kind of like that. The old 70s and 80s version of old style bikers who like to smack the ass of a woman they like to see. And he just smacks Stephanie on the ass. And he just dominates it to the point where eventually he says, you know what? Here. He hands the title over to Triple H by the time of WrestleMania. He says, I don't need this title no more. I got what I want because I am the true man here. I am dominant. And when he goes into, take a moment. When he goes in WrestleMania with Triple H, because he hands over the title beforehand. He says, you want to take me on? Come on. I don't care about the damn title. Take it. I want to face you in a ring. I would book it that he would be the last match of the night. I know that we could do something with Sheamus or anyone else, but I want Triple H versus Titus O'Neil in a match of honor, because Triple H is trying to defend the honor of WWE. I'm about to say TNA. WWE, and Titus O'Neil is trying to defend nothing but his attitude and his dominance. And in the end, Triple H would be defeated. Not because Titus O'Neil beat the shit out of him with a bat, but because he just was better. Not as a better wrestler, but just better. And that is how I would get Titus O'Neil relevant. To be cared and loved for more for the people than for a title. But this is just my point of view. Please tell me below, and I hope you like this booking the wrestler. Please give me a comment below about Titus O'Neil. And I am still considering doing another video of Titus O'Neil getting the World Heavyweight Championship. I probably won't use the same formula for him as a biker. I might use something different. Or maybe I might still use this. You guys tell me below what you think. Have a good day and have a good night. Peace out!